How's everyone doing today? It's CJ Halleck with CJHalleck.com. This is the Daily Hustle Report for March, February the 11th, 2019. Let's get to it.
I'm out here shining, cause I stay grinding. I'm out here shining, cause I stay grinding.
Alright, so getting into today, before I jump into anything, I want to say happy anniversary to my wife. It's not our actual anniversary, but it's the anniversary of the day I asked her to marry me. Getting started, wake up time today was about 7:15. Had a slow start to the morning, but was really productive once I did finally get rolling. Spent a few hours going through client work, working on some content and doing some different things, some SEO work and stuff like that. Then while I was doing that, I was listening to the Rise of Audio Branding, where I started with that and went into the 4-hour vlog of GaryVee's on YouTube. I have it up in a separate window so I can listen to it while I'm working. And as I was listening to it, started taking notes. I have my KanBan boards, or my post-it notes for my KanBan board. And so I start, taking notes and putting stuff up on the KanBan board. And the KanBan board that made it, is when I'm going to do my new section, was audio tags, which is the little sound and the small little icon that is normally in this general area. If you're watching the video, or I'm sorry, if you're listening to the podcast, it's just a little dun 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 type thing there at the beginning, when it's me doing the talking and stuff like that. But anyways, before I jump too deep into that, I want to cover the song of the day today, which is Work by Mercules. And don't forget, if you are into hip-hop and you like listening to motivational type tracks, I have a playlist. It's a motivational hip-hop playlist that I put together on Spotify it's my Stay Boosted playlist. So, and you can go to that from the Daily Hustle Report blog post, which if or just go look for Stay Boosted in Spotify and you should be able to find it. So anyways, moving forward with the audio tag, it's one of those things GaryVee was talking about, kind of like the Intel sound and the different things that you hear where it's just not really a jingle, but just that one little sound clicks your brain and you know that brand. And because voice is coming around and is getting huge, and it's one of those things Gary's pushing, Gary started doing this thing he calls the audio tag. So I told him, I sent him a tweet a while back and said that from now on I'm just going to do, and I'm not going to try to overanalyze or anything. So I jumped in after I finished my client work for the day, jumped in right before lunch, threw some stuff together, an audition, mixed around a little bit, and came up with the audio tag that I have now. And like I said, you can hear it at the beginning of this episode, and from now on, all of my episodes moving forward, as well as any video content or audio content that I put out from this point forward. For me, CJ Halleck, probably not putting that on my album or anything like that. But anyways, so I did that. I also put together the little watermark with my logo on it that just kind of fades and jumbles in on my videos. Took lunch, if you want to call it that, like a lunch break from about 12:45 to 1:15. Made me some eggs and turkey sausage and some broccoli and a whole bunch of stuff. Still new to the eating healthy thing. It's still a work in progress. Other than that, started going into piecing together the video list. And as I was going through testing, trying to do everything, because I'm going to basically re-record all of the videos, but I think 2 or 3 of them. And when I go through and re-record it, I want to make sure I can get everything set on the OBS software So I was going through that and found that in order to get the audio tag to work properly, I had to have, what you saw at the beginning of this, which is the Blitz Challenge little intro image, just the whole place until I can get started and click camera so it automatically clicks. There's no way to do like start that when recording. It just doesn't, at least if there is, I haven't figured it out yet. Other than that, I worked on the blog layout for the Daily Hustle Report. It's massively different. Spent a lot of time on that today, just kind of breaking down, and this is just something, not only do I think it makes it easier, one, it's more appealing than the way I was doing it before. Two, it makes it easier for me to break down what I'm doing throughout the day, make it look better, and give me a way to actually feed off of that during the recording of the video and the audio and stuff like that, so I can kind of look at it and get a good idea of what I'm talking about and everything else. But it's a massive change, and it allows me to kind of piece off of that as I move forward the next day or the day after, to go back and kind of highlight the day and see if there's anything in that that can be used as micro content moving forward as I get ready. Monday's a massive day for me. Next week, the 18th, it starts technically my pre-launch week. Just gonna be doing so much content over over those 2 weeks, the 18th through the 28th, and then of course the 1st is the launch for the Blitz Challenge, which I can, for those of you watching the video, boom, we have a timeline. We have 17 days, 10 hours, 53 minutes, and 45 seconds to go. I'm really excited for this, but the biggest thing for me is I want to make sure that I deliver across the board. So as I'm putting the work in on stuff like the blog layout for the Daily Hustle Report, I'm putting that kind of work in as well into the training. I want to make sure that I don't skimp past things that the average person, like I look at a lot of things as, oh, that's basic, everyone should know how to do that. And unfortunately, I've been told by a few people in the past that, whether I mean to or not, I come across like I kind of, you don't know that type, attitude with it. And I apologize if I've done that ever to you, by the way. Sincerely, I'm sorry. But because of that, as I'm going through this training, I'm basically going step by step for everybody. So if you have no idea what you're doing and all you're able to do is get to the Blitz Challenge page and click on Module 1, then as you watch the videos and go through the training, it will walk you through everything: how to create a brand, how to find the best name for your brand, creating a tagline, how to create a Gmail account, Facebook, Instagram, how to buy your domain, everything click for click. You watch my mouse and do the entire thing. So it's one of those things, when I'm redesigning these things and doing like I'm did today with the blog layout, 100% is to make sure that it's super easy for everyone to use. And like I said, I can piece apart through this sometimes, depending on what I did that day or whatever, and kind of pull micro content from it. And then of course the last thing I have on the board is the actual listing the videos. Like I said, there's a lot of videos. It's 132 videos basically that I'm planning on trying to get done in about a week and a half. Basically I need to have them all done in just a little over a week, basically by this Saturday. By the time I clock out this Saturday, it's gonna be rough. I probably won't get to it, but I'm gonna do my damnedest. Other than that, if you're listening to the podcast, I am going to, or if you're not listening to the podcast and you're watching a video or whatever, I am going to be starting the daily boost back up, where I wake up each morning. Sometimes I don't always wake up, but it's scheduled to release each morning around 4 a.m. Just a quick, and now I'm going to go super quick. I'm going to try to make it 45 seconds to a minute max. That way I can take that if I need to. If it's a really good one, I can throw that, behind a picture or something, throw it up on Instagram for you guys. And just have more content that way. And I might end up doing that like on a regular basis, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, or you're checking the podcast, or interested in the podcast, be sure to subscribe. I have links for the Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all listed on the website, so you can subscribe there. And also be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and like and follow my Facebook page, and of course connect with me anywhere on social media. And so tomorrow's quote of the day and the daily boost is, "Winners are losers who got up and gave it one more try," by Dennis DeYoung. So yeah, be sure to check out the Wake Up Call tomorrow morning, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Take care.
I'm out here shining, 'cause I stay grinding.